Well, how can I start? First off, thank you, Samantha. I definitely had to do this interview with you. You're someone I've known back in the day. I'm a Philadelphia girl, and you've been a media frenzy sensation the last few weeks. So I kind of want to open it up with this to you. You know, people have the perception you're crazy, you're out there, but crazy is not always bad, as you and I both know. There's also methods to madness for everyone. Anybody that's creative, you know that. So I kind of want to go back, past, present, and then like we talk about what your plans are. So let's start off with, what are your roots? We're in Philadelphia, but what are your roots?
Well, I'm originally from West Philadelphia, 42nd and Westminster. I did all my schooling in West Philadelphia, from Martha Washington to University City High School, and Community College of Philadelphia. From Community College of Philadelphia, I went to Northampton Community College, which is Northampton Community College, which is in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And from there, I transferred to California, to Cypress.
Oh, no. We're shooting ahead. Wait, let's go back. You're from Philadelphia?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 36.
36, okay,
yes.
Same age. So when did you start your transition?
I started my transition at the age of 14.
14 years old.
Yes.
How did your family take to that? Your mom, dad?
Well, they were devastated, excuse my tongue, wow, devastated. They were devastated because, you know, I grew up in a Christian home.
Okay.
And the background of believing in Jesus. So, you know, they were devastated. And still to this day, they still have issues when it comes concerning to the word.
Were you just raised by a mother, or was there two?
Both parents.
Oh, both parents. Are they still together?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, they're divorced.
Okay.
My biological parents are deceased. And so
okay.
My aunt and my uncle raised me.
Okay.
And they're divorced also.
So you said 14 years old, started transitioning.
Yes.
So obviously, there's something that you always knew that you was meant to be a woman, correct?
Yes.
So, what was the first thing? How did you start your transition?
Well, I started my transition by, my first sexual encounter was with a relative of mine, I won't say. But it was a relative of mine.
Was it consensual?
Yeah, oh yeah. This is what I wanted.
Okay.
So, and then from that point on, it was from high school. I would sneak out on the weekends and get dressed up. And then eventually I got so addicted and so caught up into it, I decided I wanted to go full-fledged.
And being trans?
Yeah, being trans, yes.
Okay. So, 14, so when would you say that you started really taking it serious, as far as, like, you said getting caught up, but really getting serious, like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is my life.
Yes. Well, I say when I got in high school, when I went to University City High School, and I say the 10th grade, I started getting really deep involved, and I said, well, what the hell, fuck it, I'm gonna go all the way with this thing, and I'm gonna dress up every day. Yes. So I say in the 10th grade.
So were you going to school already dressing as a woman, or
no? I started out as a boy.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I started dressing up. I came as a girl one day, and then I caught hell. All hell broke loose. Yes.
Were you the only trans in the school?
I was the only one, the first one that broke down the walls in University City. So I had to do a lot of fighting every day.
Oh, so you was fighting from then?
Oh, from day one.
So you was fighting Philadelphia trade?
Oh yeah, from day one.
So we're the same age, so I'm assuming you would have been the class of '96. So how was it 94, 95 for you? Being out there, being out, dealing with this type of situation. How was it for you? Because as you and I both know, 20 years ago, the girls are way luckier now. They still have it hard, you and I both know. But they had it hard back then.
Oh, yes. Oh, I did a lot of fighting. A lot of fighting. So much fighting until I got expelled from school.
Okay.
And I got arrested. And I just went from school, so many high schools. So I went to like 5 different high schools because of my lifestyle, because of the fighting. And so that's the difference from this era and the era back then.
Were you still living at home at that time?
At the time, no, I had to get out.
Okay.
It was time for me to go because I was too rebellious.
So, okay, so I'll say probably 16, 17, right? Who were your first role models, would you say, of like the girls that you first?
Oh my God, back then?
Back then.
Of course, my sister Jamila. Jamila, she was the first girl I met.
Jamila Revlon, right?
Jamila Revlon,
okay.
yes, in April.
Legendary Realness.
Yes, Legendary and Miss April Mizrahi.
Oh, April Mizra.
Yes, and my mother Brandy and Crystal, may she rest in peace, the Twister.
Okay.
May she rest in peace. Yeah, they were the first ones I met. So
how was it?
And Dee Dee, of course, Dee Dee.
Dee Dee Rev.
Yeah, Dee Dee Revlon, yes. Dee
So
Dee.
how was it, you know, you meeting these people? Oh, I remember back when you were just Dee Dee and all that.
Yes.
How was it when you think back? When you looked at these girls, what did you want to be like? What did you want to emulate?
Wow, Renee was the realest. Renee and Angel. Renee and Angel. Yeah, they were the realest. And so was Miss Tiny as far as fashion.
For fashion.
Miss Tiny had just.
Oh, let the girls know a little history right now.
Yeah,
like
Miss Tiny, she's a shit as far as fashion.
Tiny Cartier.
Yeah,
Done.
Tiny, of course, yes. And then Monique, Auntie.
Okay.
Fashion, you know. So those are the girls that I just looked up to. Like, I was like, oh wow.
Okay.
And so I was just trying to take in every aspect of it. And of course, Taniya and Carrie. Because Taniya and Carrie would come down a lot.
So how did you meet Taniya and Carrie? Like how did
they raised me? Taniya and Carrie raised me. You know, they looked out after me very well. Back then when I was in high school and I had my own apartment, they would come over and they would look out after me and they would get me dressed and, you know, get me prepared for the balls. So they were.
So just to touch on it, how was your relationship with Kelly Harper?
Oh, so dear. So dear, so touching.
How did you meet Kelly?
Oh my God, I was a butch queen, a little boy, and I wanted to get in drag. And she's the first one that touched me, pumped my face and pumped my body. And she said, if you want to be one of the girls, faggot, shut up and take this motherfucking eagle faggot. Yes, that's Miss Harper.
Miss Harper.
Yes.
So how did your relationship with her progress with Kelly? Because a lot of people that may not know Kelly. Explain Kelly Harper for the people that did not know who Kelly Harper is.
Well, Kelly Harper is a gift to the world.
To the what?
She's a gift to the world. You know, Kelly Harper has built girls, created girls around the world, and fulfilled many of our dreams and our destiny of becoming that girl. So she's a living legend, no matter what. Her spirit forever will live on throughout all of us around the world. So many people. So there is nothing negative. I mean, there are bad things people may say.
Right.
But I mean, that's just people. That's human nature, period. But her legacy is just so potent and so powerful.
Do you think she was misunderstood by people?
Of course, of course, because it's addictive.
Right.
You know, our lifestyle is very addictive. And us being trans, we have addictive personalities. And a lot of times we're going to get caught up in something.
Right.
Whether if it's silicone, drugs, money, or something, we get caught up in some type of addictive behavior.
Why do you feel that way?
Well, I just think that void of us being ostracized, not having good men, all of us not meeting decent, proper men. You know, and by this Prop 8 shit has not been passed and so conflicting. And so that takes on a lot. That takes on a lot right there.
When you talk about this void, how long would you say, looking back then, when did you realize there was a void within you, if there was one?
I realized that there was a void at birth.
At birth?
At birth. I realized that there was a void. I was missing something. But I was afraid to kind of touch on what I was missing. Kind of just really afraid. And I'm still afraid, you know, because, I mean, we still live in a society in a time where we just have to be cautious of what we do and what we say and who we do it around. You know, so.
When you say that, you know, a few girls that I've been close to the girls for years, and a few of the girls said that, you know, talk to me about that void or that darkness, and that, you know, some overcome it, some are still going through that process of it, and it's crazy. It's strange how you said that you've noticed this since birth. So that's something that has always obviously been present in your mind from the beginning of your life. If you know, go back, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, so to fast forward a little bit, so let's talk about, so you started getting work done.
Yes.
Okay. So, was Kelly doing your work first?
Kelly was doing my work first. And then I was not satisfied because going back to the addictive personality, I wanted more. But I wanted instantaneous results. So I went to chemo.
Okay, so let's back. So Kelly, what was Kelly's method as far as with the body work? You was going there and it was getting.
And you know what, Kelly has more of a cunt build.
Right.
She built more of a natural cunt, smoother build. Chemo was New York City animated. We wanted Barbie doll animated hips, and we wanted curves immediately. Was
Kelly the type of person, the doctor, you would say that if you was going to, and if once your body was where it was supposed to be per se, that she would not pump you anymore? You understand what I mean? Like,
you know what? Kelly was fair. She was fair. She didn't build. She didn't ostracize nobody. It's up to us as an individual. We know right from wrong. We know when we should have stopped. And if we want to,
because to be honest with you, just to touch on that.